Hey guys, it's Kate from The Artery. Last week we learned how to do an animation in Procreate, and today I'm going to teach you how to add color to your animation and animate on multiple layers. So we learned how to use this little bar at the bottom with all of the animation frames and how to add frames, hold frames, and duplicate frames down there. But we can also look at our frames as layers on the right hand side layers tab. And so you can see all of your little frames in there as layers. If we try to add a layer in to add color underneath our drawing, it's just going to add it in as another frame. So what we need to do is use layer groups. Use the plus sign at the top right corner to add a new layer. Hit the thumbnail for that layer, that's square on the left side, and hit combine down. That will put your new blank layer in a group with the layer underneath it. You'll also need to drag the layer with your lines over the blank layer, so make sure they're still in a group together, but our color is going to be underneath our line layer so that our lines are sitting nicely on top. And then we can go ahead and color our animation. To make the process a little bit faster for myself, I'm going through and adding in all the blank layers, and then I'm going to put them all into groups before I start coloring, just so that I can focus on the coloring when I need to at the end. When you put all of your layers in groups, you'll notice at your frames in the bottom little bar there, any holds that you placed on your frames will be gone. So we'll have to go and time them out at the end again, which is kind of unfortunate that it gets rid of it, but we can always redo it at the end. Remember that you don't always have to color each frame individually. If you have two frames that are the same or very similar, you can duplicate the color that you've already made and then drag it into the group of a different frame. I'm going to talk a little bit about the process that I'm using for coloring. So you can color your animation any way you want. If you want to use brushes and color it traditionally that way. What I'm doing is I'm using the lasso tool and I'm outlining the shape that I've made with my lines for my animation, and then I'm filling it by dragging that little circle in the top right corner into my selection. I like doing it this way because you get nice flat colors and there will be less variation between your frames, so it'll look a little bit more smooth. But having a more messy style of coloring might also look kind of interesting and give your animation more life and movement. So go ahead and try whatever method of coloring works best for you, and you can even try out different kinds and see how it looks. All right, so now all of my frames of my animation are colored. I'm going to go back into the view where we have the frames at the bottom, and I'm going to redo the timing of the animation. So I'm going to add those holds back in, and it'll look like it's supposed to look before it got rid of the timing. Now, when your animation looks exactly how you want it to look, everything's colored, the timing's all figured out, we can export it. So you want to hit the wrench icon in the top left corner, the settings, then go to the share tab, and you can either export it as an animated GIF or you can export it as an animated MP4. I generally like saving these as GIFs because you can send them to people and it'll be like a little looping image, so you can actually text it to someone and it'll show up moving in their messages. So that's kind of fun if you want to share with your friends. I hope you all end up finishing your animations, and I'd love to see how they all turn out next time. So please hold on to those and keep making more animations, and I'd love to see them when I get back. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.